Cool.
Do you do a podcast?
Yeah, it's just like, it's not big and famous or anything, but...
Just for, like, Maui?
Yeah, because, not even for Maui, I mean, it's just, like, I could put it on, like, my little... Through friends. It's not even, you know, like, people have podcasts that are famous people are doing them, but sometimes I listen to some of them, and they're like, you know, don't forget, anyone can podcast.
Yeah.
You can. You just press record and talk with someone and, like, find out stuff or whatever, so it's like...
Totally.
Not even an interview or anything, but, or just, you know, it's just after that historic ride. So anyway, I'm sitting here with Paige Alms.
You started already?
Yeah. Pretty sly, huh? Is that how you say your name?
Yep.
Paige Alms. So I'm sitting here with Paige, and she just had a really good ride out at Jaws yesterday?
Yeah.
It was yesterday. Yesterday morning. The video's gone kind of viral for all of us surfers now, but she got a really nice wave, and I was just going to sit down with her for a little while and just get some insight on it, like the day and all that kind of stuff. So, I don't know. I guess my first question is, what session for you was that out at Piahi? Like, how many times have you been out at Piahi, including yesterday? Just ballpark.
Paddling? I don't know.
Oh, maybe. You started towing.
Yeah, I started towing when I was 17 for a few years.
Okay.
And then, I don't know, maybe it's like my 20th time or something.
And that, yeah. And always paddling out from the rocks and paddle in?
No.
Sometimes boats, sometimes, or what do you prefer?
Did that one time, decided that I never wanted to do it again, got a jet ski.
Okay.
So it's kind of, I feel like everyone kind of like has their little safety crew, and I like to have someone that's specifically watching me and to be able to not have to go in and out off the rocks. Like that's like the biggest challenge in itself before you even get to the wave. Like you blow out your fins, or
we've
get
heard
a board to the face, or people don't even make it out and your board gets destroyed on the rocks,
and
there goes $1,000.
Yeah, no, we've heard the horror stories. I mean, my buddy right now, you know Roque?
Yeah.
Yeah, Roque, his leg got hurt because...
Trying to go out.
I don't know if it was coming in or coming back in or heading out, but something happened and he's laid up right now.
It sucks. So, I had to do it one other time with Keala, which was fun because she'd never had to do it. She always came out with us on the ski, and I was like, you really have to do it once. Like, you can't not do it.
Right, you can't surf.
And our ski wasn't working, and the day before, my friend Zach took us up there, and then...
Zach Howard?
Zach Nims.
No, okay.
And then the next day, this was last winter, I think.
Okay, last season.
Or the winter before. Anyways, the next day it was really good in the morning, and Zach was supposed to take us out again, and his battery was dead on the ski, so I was like, well, we're going out.
Now we're paddling from the shore.
And Sean was actually out there driving someone else's ski with a photographer, so he was like, at least I'll be out there for you.
Yeah, okay,
So just jump off the rocks and you can go back on the boat.
Yeah.
And so we jumped off, and it was just, like, the funniest thing ever, because we got down there, and I'm, like, terrified of the rocks, and you have to time it perfectly, and Cal is, like, fucking this badass that's, like, not afraid of anything, and we get, like, halfway down on the rocks, and she's like, which way do we go? And I kind of, like, showed her and told her, like, okay, this is what I've learned.
Because at a certain point, you're kind of committed.
Oh, yeah, you have
You're
to
like, I'm down here now, the water's hitting me in the face, and... I'm committed to freaking trying to do this.
Yeah, so we were, like, halfway down the rocks, and we had a couple, like, wash up, and I was like, okay, now's the time. We, like, got down a little further, and I was like, this is so fucking scary, like, aren't you scared? And she went silent and didn't talk to me, and I was like, 1, 2, 3, go! And we both jumped on the back of one and got sucked out and, like, had to punch through one little one, but then we, like, were out, and I looked over at her, and I was like, why did you just go silent? She's like, I was so freaking scared, I just had to, like, focus on what I was doing, and I'm like, you freaked me out.
Yeah, I've done the rock entry at other spots, and there's a couple spots where
it's horrible.
You go down, and you're committed. At a certain point, you're like,
you just have
fuck,
to go.
I can't turn around now. I'm just freaking... And you just got to do the timing and get out. But Jaws, I can imagine it's times 1,000.
It's crazy.
Your heart, everything, the whole thing.
And with a 10-foot board, you're like... It's just scary. But I don't even get why, like, Albie and, like, Tyler and all these boys, they like going down to the cliff and checking it out. And, like, I like going down there and watching, but it's also, like, nerve-wracking. And, like, there's just the whole scene of the photographers. And are you going out? And everyone wants a little bit of you. And I kind of like to just, like, get the call, like, it's good. And just like, show up on the ski and be in the water. Like, not have to deal with, like, treachery.
No, I know. I mean, we've heard the horror stories. I mean, just going in and out from the shore is hectic. Maybe not going out, but coming in is a whole other story, too. And, like... You know, you see people get blasted and all that. So at this point, you bought your own ski.
Yeah, Sean and I got a ski.
You and Sean, and you have Sean out there, safety for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Always.
I don't think there's any way you could not have a pair of eyes watching.
Totally.
Just to,
There's always, there's the crew. Everyone knows each other.
Yeah.
And Skull Base boys are out there.
Yeah.
I don't feel like if Sean wasn't there,
right.
I would know that they'd keep an eye on me. But
True.
I think it's, something good. I don't think everyone should have a safety person because then there'd be 50 skis out there. And it's ridiculous.
Right.
I think it's pretty important to, emphasize that to other people that listen, you're putting other people's lives at risk if someone is watching over these 5 guys and they have to come in and get you, and the next wave their friend goes down, so it's
they're gonna come get you, but realize what's happening.
Realize what's going on. You're not just putting yourself in danger, you're putting other people and their skis and then the people that they're supposed to be watching in danger. So Sean missed a couple of my waves before, just taking someone in on the rocks, can I have a ride in? And the biggest I've ever caught out there, he missed it, and people were just yelling at. No, I made it to the bottom of fucking face.
Oh, you took off. Oh, okay.
And he didn't even see it, and guys are yelling at him.
Yeah.
Sean, and he didn't even see it. And
yeah.
We kind of are no, you're not allowed.
First priority is here. Everything else is whatevers.
Yeah. So I definitely like having our little system and having him out there.
Wow, that's radical. So that was including yesterday, that was your 20th time paddling out at Jaws. Probably 3 seasons now? 4 seasons?
4
seasons.
4 years.
Right, yep. Being out there paddling around, sitting in the lineup.
4 years, I think.
Trying to keep your cool. Because we're sitting here right now, Paige and I are sitting here right now. We're in Hokipa parking lot. We're looking at the ocean. We just finished surfing. And it's declining swell, but it's still kind of big. I paddled out. It was a little too much for me. And so I came in, and Paige was surfing. So I'm just trying to imagine being out at Piahi and how the levels, obviously, it's almost I could imagine, I would be on red alert the entire time, but obviously.
Anyone that says that it's not scary is totally full of it, because every single time I see a swell pop up, it's you're so excited, but I'm so nervous, and I'm just okay, what's the wind gonna do? And it's this non-stop, what's happening, and you use so much energy just thinking about it and creating what it's gonna be. And so at a certain point, you almost just have to let go and just.
It's a big mind fuck.
Oh, totally.
It's a big mind fuck.
If you wake up and it's flat, and you're just oh my god, I just used all of my energy, and now the other side's firing, but I don't even want to drive over.
It's mental energy and emotional energy, but it equals into your physical energy too.
Definitely. So.
Yeah, because just now being out here at Hokipa, I had a big set break in my head. I had to bail my board, and I knew I was breathing too fast. I'm dude, calm down. It's not life or death.
Yeah,
you're just going to get worked. But I was trying to stay conscious of my breathing, and I'm trying to relate that to how that works out there, because we'll get into it a little bit later, but just that big cleanup set that at Jaws that's on film, where it cleaned up everybody. I mean, I can only imagine trying to keep your cool. I guess at a certain point, you're just whatever, but...
Yeah, I think you just kind of go somewhere else. The last swell, a week ago or so, it was just barely breaking. It was 12 feet, and we went out there, and it was so much fun. Everyone in the lineup was having fun, because you knew that you weren't gonna die at any moment. And I caught 5 or 6 waves. There were body surfers on the inside, hooting and hollering at everyone.
I heard that.
It was just an epic, beautiful session for fun, And then I was just waiting forever for a wave and got caught, and of course the one bomb set that comes through, a 15-footer, and I got pushed super far down, and I knew that I was fine. I don't need to prove to anyone, I know that I'm careful, I am comfortable under the water and holding my breath. But I was I'm gonna stay out another couple hours. I pulled my vest. I was I don't want to use all my energy. I think that's something that a lot of people are oh, you don't need to pull your vest, and it's well, that's what it's for. It's not just to save your life. If I want to continue surfing all day and not use all my energy and be freaked out, so I pulled it, and it took forever to come up. So I think I just got shot straight down, rather than when it's big you get pushed down, but you get pushed in. All of a sudden you're 100 yards inside. Guys out there, and you're super far inside.
How was the pressure? Could you feel anything different?
It
was gnarly.
I was at least 30 feet deep.
Has anyone ever hit the bottom out there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hanu hit the bottom, and a couple guys have touched
grazed
the bottom.
it or hit it?
I think just grazed it.
Yeah, just and knowing that, whoa, I'm touching the bottom right now.
But I definitely was
So you pulled it and
I pulled it and had enough time to have my arm up, okay, are you coming up?
Oh, yeah.
Nope, you're still not up. baffled.
Could you feel your board pulling on your leg, the leash?
Yeah, totally.
Okay, you could. So it's kind of weird. You're going up, but this is pulling. And
yeah. And I was just like, oh, and eventually got up, so.
Wow, so if you didn't pull it, that'd be kind of gnarly, because you would have been like, whoa, I'm way deeper than I thought.
Yeah, so.
Because I've watched on the cliff before, and watched the whole procedure, and I remember watching Albie pull his vest on like 3 consecutive waves, come pop up, do the procedure, pick him up, bring him to the channel, change it out.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, they kind of got it down. It's like, I'm going to chance it, pull in, super gnarly, but if I eat it, boop, pull the vest, and, hopefully I come up without any incident. And
yeah, because if you plan on being out there all day, you don't want to
right.
just, like, use everything that you have.
Right.
And then come up and be wasted, and, like, that just takes, like, oxygen from your brain, and all of a
everything.
Sudden you're just, like, slow motion, and
that affects your confidence, too, and everything, because
totally.
now it's like, I'm tired,
and
if I get hit, I'm all...
Yeah, I really got pounded, so...
I would think your confidence has to always be, because for me, I'm a regular surfer, and, like, for me, it's fun, it's big, it's fun, it's big, it's not fun anymore. Now I'm not having fun, I want to go in. And so, but, if you raise the stakes out of Piahi, and it's not fun, but then a cleanup set comes, and your confidence isn't like, you know what I'm saying? I would think that you need to be like, I've trained, I've been out here, I got my vest, my safety eyes, and like, okay.
Totally, and there's days that, like, I do all of that, and I still don't have the confidence. Like, the other night, like, it was super
Wednesday
windy
night?
and crazy, and I was like, I have no desire to go out right now.
That was the Wednesday afternoon?
Yeah, I'm like,
right.
1 out of 20 people made a wave, and then all of a sudden there's 45 minutes right before dark that it was good. And
so that was
that
pulse when it first started.
Yeah, I was like, tomorrow's going to be firing. I don't want to get caught by a 20-footer and get, like, ragdolled and have whiplash for tomorrow.
Yeah, I can imagine all your sockets.
Stoked I made that call.
Yeah. So let's get to that. So the swell, right, because we were in Kia, and I had to work that night. But so Wednesday, the swell, there was nothing in morning time. Nothing around 11 o'clock. Then the swell started showing on the north shore of Maui, 2 o'clock.
2 o'clock. We got out there at like 3, I think.
Oh, you did go out Wednesday afternoon?
Yeah, we were on the ski.
Okay, you were on the ski.
But I didn't surf.
Oh, you didn't surf, but you're out there just
we
standing by.
We got out there, and there were 5 windsurfers out there having so much fun.
Yep.
And I literally watched one person make, like, out of 20 waves.
A surfer, a paddle surfer. Right.
And then all of a sudden...
Do you know who that was?
I think it was Albie or Tyler. Like, one of the boys got, like, a little one that was makeable.
Yeah.
And then it just, like, went 20 foot and crazy.
It came up, yeah.
And, it was gnarly.
Yeah, because that's going to be... It's almost out of control if you're not ready for it.
Oh, it's crazy. And, like, after
the
surfing it
high.
with no wind and, like, having fun and, like...
From that
I have
other
no
section.
Desire to be like, okay, I'm just going to go get
survival.
smoke
and
miss tomorrow.
Yeah.
And, I broke my shoulder 2 years ago, or, like, a year and a half ago, and I'm still, like... I don't want to mess that up.
How'd you break your shoulder?
In Mexico.
Oh, surfing?
Yeah. You
were surfing and broke your shoulder?
Yeah.
From
a big wave? And fractured it. And
Todos?
Secret spot.
Oh, okay. Secret spot, people. Todos. We don't need to know, but anyway.
Mainland Mex.
Okay, so broke your shoulder. Surgery?
No surgery.
Oh, just had to
not
heal.
Surfing for 5 months.
Yep.
So ever since that, I've kind of been, like, a little bit more picky as far as conditions.
Yeah. You don't want to just, jump out there. So you're out there on the ski Wednesday. You saw it come up all crazy. Obviously, we've all seen some of those rides now. Looks like Albie was winning the heat, and Kai Lenny was a close second, maybe?
Totally.
Is that what happened?
Definitely.
Dude, kudos to those guys. Unbelievable.
Yeah, Albie's on another level than anyone, I think.
He really is.
He's so comfortable, and it's funny, like, some of the waves that he gets, you're looking from the channel.
Yeah.
And he's the furthest one in, and he's the furthest one on the shoulder, and he gets more barreled than anyone.
There's that one particular wave that he got that was vertical, gnarly drop, and he did his little head tilt one, that I think is going to be probably the wave of the winter.
Oh, it was crazy.
It was crazy, because it was one of those that stood up vert, and, like, he was weightless probably for a full couple seconds, set his rail, smooth as butter.
And might I add
had fun with it.
That he's on a board 2 feet shorter
8'6".
than everyone else.
He was on an 8'8". We heard that. I heard that.
And he'll tell you how good that board
is. So it's like all in perspective, because just right now at Hokipa that we were just out at, I was kind of scaredy cat sitting out. Paige is like sitting way in where you need to be to catch the waves. But if you multiply that by fucking 1,000 times at Piahi, that's what Albie's doing.
Yeah.
And it is another level. And everyone's catching up a little bit. Kai's doing it on his SUP.
Yeah.
But he does paddle surfboard.
Oh, yeah. Kai rips.
And he's just as gnarly, too.
And he's super comfortable out there. And he's definitely caught more waves than anyone.
I know.
You watch him, and on Wednesday, that was one of the decisions why I didn't go out, because when you see that Kai and Tyler Lerone, like, those kids catch 10 waves in a session, like, every single time, like, minimum. And I only saw Kai get one on his stand-up and one on his gun, and I saw Tyler catch one wave. And I was like,
Ooh, yeah, it's like when you're looking at Honolulu Bay and only Mark Anderson and Matty Norris are getting all the waves or something, and you're like, well, fuck, what am I going to get? Yeah, these guys are like, just, It's just, you have to remember, for everyone that's listening, I'm talking to Paige about Piahi, Jaws, and it's like, whatever you thought was scary wherever you surfed in the world and you were scared because it was big, multiply that by 1,000. Like, I don't want to throw around life and death quotes, but it can be. You're going to get pounded, so that's hectic. So that Wednesday afternoon, I'm almost kind of claiming sort of some historic rides went down.
Definitely. Like
pushing the bar of Jaws, pushing the Piahi level kind of went down. The swell was coming in. It was coming in fast. There was a cleanup, a couple gnarly drops. There was another guy that got a pretty good drop. But yeah, so Albie and Kai, that's gnarly. And let's put it in perspective. So Paige is out there as a female, obviously. Keala is surfing Jaws as a female. Andrea Moeller, I think, tows and paddles.
She paddles too.
Okay, so Andrea Moeller, we all know Andrea Moeller. She paddles too. And is there any other notable females?
There's definitely a couple girls that have come over
from somewhere,
right? Sylvia caught a wave on the left. Like, all the girls have kind of, like, came over. There's a Brazilian girl, I didn't know her name.
But regulars.
But regulars and people that, like, make rides, I would say that it's us three.
You and Kayla and Andrea, yeah, exactly. So that's pretty gnarly, so that's a whole nother perspective. So, I'm just trying to think. I'm kind of doing this off the cuff right now, but what's the, like, okay, so let's just go like this. So Wednesday was gnarly, the swell, we saw all the rides, blah, blah, blah. So we wake up Thursday morning, we know there's still swell. It seems slow in the morning, kind of. Did you think it had petered out itself? Did you think it...
Definitely, it was pretty slow in the
You're
morning.
You're like, fuck,
we were like,
it's done.
Maybe I should have gone out last night.
Yeah, so you question that a little bit.
And then we saw like one pretty good set, and it was just super clean. You don't not go out when it's glassy.
Right.
Like,
living on Maui, we know this.
Yeah, it's epic. Go out there. And it wasn't as crowded as it got. Yeah. Like, we got up there a little bit before all the 20 other guys came out off the rocks.
Right.
And I was out there for only 20 minutes, and I was catching up with a couple friends. I saw Billy, who I haven't seen in a long time, and we were just sitting there talking about stuff, and then all of a sudden this wave came, and I just went. Like, I was like, Wait,
you mean the wave?
Yeah.
Okay.
And he was sitting right next to me, and there were a bunch of people, but it's like one of those things that you have to just start going, and then...
Because then they see, like, Paige is going.
Yeah, they see that you're going, but I had to yell, like, if you see the video clip...
I do see someone.
Nakoa dropped in on me.
Oh, is that Nakoa? Okay.
And barely kicked out.
No, I saw it. He made a little chandelier.
Yeah, and there were, like, 4 other guys going that would have caught the wave, and I had to yell. I was like,
oh! Yeah.
And when I got to the bottom, I had, like, a moment of, like, please get off my wave!
Yeah.
And I thought it was Albie, actually. I didn't know who it was.
Yeah.
And they got out, and as I was bottom turning, I'm like, oh my god, this is gonna barrel, and I, like, got up into it, and I just remember, like, time stands still, and you're like, you're in the barrel.
Yeah.
And I came out, and my face was just bright.
Yeah, we've all seen it, yeah. We've all saw it, yeah. No, we've all been like... it
kind of like, it definitely like had like a little chandelier.
Yeah,
like,
it did.
See,
no, you were
there's a photo of me with my eyes closed as I'm coming out. Like I blinked, I remember.
Yeah. A lot of us do that.
And I came out and I was just like, holy shit, I can't even. And all my friends were there, and Sean was right there on the ski, and I was just like, oh my god, I made it!
You just walked on the moon. Yeah. Yeah, no, for sure. That was, it was awesome to watch. It was... because from our angle, as a spectator watching it on video or whatever, it's like, oh, you drop in, and it's like, you just snuck under that lip. Like, there was a little moment where it was like, whoa, she just snuck under it, and now you're boom, you're gone, come out, oh, like, sick, And so that was earlier in the morning, or that was like...
Yeah, I think that was probably, I'd guess, like around 9 or so.
And so...
And then the day went on for hours. I went and sat out there for another hour, and it was just, like, high on life, and it was really slow, and I was like, okay, there's 50 guys out here, like,
and everyone started
I'm probably not going to catch another wave. And then I was sitting on my board, and my back gets so sore from sitting, like, up out of the water.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I'm gonna go eat something, so I paddled over the channel and sat on the ski with Sean, and I was just like,
I'm kind of good.
I'm good.
Like, this is good, yeah.
And it was, like, if it wasn't as crowded, I probably would have stayed out, because it was beautiful.
Sure, yeah, if there was
but,
10
like,
people.
the likelihood of getting another wave, and then, like, being
Topping
so
that.
high from that, and being like, okay, sweet, I didn't get pounded today,
Yeah.
it feels really nice.
Yeah. No, I think it's all in that. It's funny because as kids you watch surf movies, this and that, and then there's the famous quote by Greg Knoll, big wave surfer Greg Knoll from history, when he got his wave out at Makaha on the big humongous swell. It's sort of legend but sort of fact, but he caught the big wave and he came in and he was like, I'm done surfing. Like, I'm done. Like, he actually quit not quit, but it was like all the adrenaline, boom, was done. It was gone. So sort of in perspective, you got that barrel, you're good, your head didn't get chopped off.
Yeah.
I didn't get pressed to the bottom. I'm good.
I'm still waiting to wake up.
Yeah. I mean, you could sit right now by yourself probably and get high off of thinking that from that. Still.
Yeah, I'm happy.
That was radical. That was super awesome.
Wave of a lifetime. Hopefully get another one, but that one was perfect.
That was hopefully the start of the moon dancing.
Yeah.
Like, you're going to walk on the moon some more. That was just your first little step.
Maybe tomorrow.
Very possible.
I gotta go, though. I feel bad.
Okay. Thanks, Paige.
No worries.
Appreciate it.
Good times.
Awesome.
Yeah.
We'll see you guys later.
I'm enjoying this.